a banking perspective, then, is the day of the
Mm.
bank done, or do you think they've still got a long life ahead of them?
Oh, the banks have a long life ahead of them and they have a place because if you look at the central banks, they're part of the monetary stability of a country. So there are good and bad things going on in terms of the use of crypto. There is a special type of cryptocurrency called a stable coin, and these have an algorithm programmed into them that keeps them at the same value as, say, the US dollar. And that makes it very easy for people to use them because they are not volatile. They're not going up and down. You know what they're worth the next day. And you will see these. I think there's some integrated into Shopify. There's all sorts of things. And PayPal has its own stable coin and so on. But we have situations where, for example, there's a lot of problems at the moment in Nigeria because people have been using stable coins rather than the Naira because they have more access to financial services to fintech because of that, and it has helped to devalue the naira. Therefore, they arrested Binance officials and detained them. They have banned the exchanges. They are trying to shore up the currency, so it's not all good. But there is definitely a cry for help going on there in terms of stability and access to financial technology and opportunity. In terms of the banks, though, the idea of having a central bank digital currency is really gathering steam. So when we think we've got digital currency because we tap our phone on something and we paid for it, that's the technology underneath the bank that we bank with. So they're private commercial banks. They get given money by the central bank in order to lend and to create effectively, yeah, to manage our money and to give us the services that we want. But central banks themselves actually don't have digital money. If you think about banknotes, that's the only public central bank money that we ever touch. Everything else is private. And so the idea of having these central bank currencies has really gathered steam. And behind it all is the idea of using the same technology, of using crypto technology to build these digital currencies. So there's 130 countries currently looking at central bank digital currencies, UK, Europe. There are some that have already launched. So we have one in China, we have one Bahamas somewhere, there's all over the place. So there's all these tests around how fast can we move money around between banks using the same kind of technology. And there are crypto companies that are within that are actually supporting the infrastructure. So they're not going to be crypto assets because they're centralized, but they're using exactly the same technology. So the banks are not going anywhere. They're using the technology. And even in the background, some are using it now